Yeah, man.
back.
The Waterboyz Show. We are back, man. Like, you know, like the thing that I love to see the response from each guest every time we do that. You know, especially if they haven't seen the show.
Yeah,
like I love to see if they jump or they look like, man, these ninjas going crazy.
They're crazy,
like
bro.
already. Cause you know, like I think we two pretty chill dudes, right?
Yeah.
And so they come in, we meet everybody, then all of a sudden we start yelling, and we are back. It's kind of like, man, what have I stepped into? You know what I mean? But look, I'm gonna get straight into it, right? Man, today
We got a guest?
hey man, today, yes, we have a guest. Yes,
Okay.
sir, we do, man. Today we taking it back to dog land, man. Yeah, we got a dog in the building, man. You know what I mean? Hey, so for all those people out there, man, if you got that dog in you, I don't care if you got that dog in you as a fan or you just got that dog in you in life. This episode that you want to stick
You know who
around
got the dog in him and who don't?
Who?
Trey Young got that dog in him. Kevin Durant don't. All right, let's go. Inside joke.
Okay. He just wanted to waste our time to talk about to talk about one guy who is going to the playoffs and one who's probably not. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good, though.
Trey Young, we going.
It's all good. I love the house. I love the house, but I gotta tell the truth. But anyway, man, look, let's talk about one of Georgia's own. You know what I mean?
Okay.
From Gwinnett County, man, played like some good ball in Gwinnett County in high school. You know what I'm saying? Went to Brookwood. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if you know at that particular time, man, but Brookwood, I want to say the three schools who I think were like giving a lot of people trouble was Brookwood, Parkview, and then Stevenson over in the Cal.
Okay,
At least on that side of town. You know what I mean? Like, and this man was one of those ones that was out there causing havoc.
Really?
Out there on the field. Yes, sir.
Oh,
yes,
wow.
sir. Then he got between the hedges, boy, and started causing even more problems for opposing offenses, man. So look, without any further ado, you know what I mean? I want to go ahead and just introduce, man, our wonderful guest for today. Y'all give it up, man, for the dog, one of the dogs, all the way to the core. Rennie Curran, y'all give it up for my guy.
Yeah.
Give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up.
Yes, sir.
Hey, look, man. You look like,
What's up, bro?
Great to be on. Great to be on,
man, you look like you ready to run a run blitz right now. You look like you ready to stop a 3rd and 1 right now, brother.
Hey, man, that's how I live my life. You know, for me, playing linebacker was one thing, right? You talked about it growing up here in Atlanta, going to Brookwood High School, going to UGA, being a dog, man, setting the tone as a linebacker. But I believe it's a lifestyle. Like, it's become part of who I
being
am.
a dog is a lifestyle.
I still train, man. I still maintain that linebacker mentality, and I take that into everything that I do now. I've been able to transition from the sports world to now leadership development. I go into companies, I go into associations, still speak to sports teams, but you know, ultimately, man, I'm trying to become the best version of myself every single day, and that's just what I believe.
Man, you make me feel real bad about that sandwich I ate at 10 p.m. last night. Because I'm not supposed to eat after 8 because of intermittent fasting, and I broke the dog mentality last night.
Oh, nah. See, that's the thing, though. It's not about perfection, right? Because I won't lie to you. I ate some fruit snacks and all that last night.
Okay.
said some fruit
it's
snacks.
about progress, right? It's about getting up every single day, just getting 1% better. So that's my thing, man. Even if I have them days where I'm eating a snack, I'm not on top of it mentally, right? I'm still every day asking myself, how can I just improve? And it's the same thing when I played. You know, as a linebacker, I was considered undersized. You know, you didn't talk about that, but that's what gave me that dog mentality. Was just every day I'm like, hey, this guy ahead of me, he's 6'4". This person is ranked higher than me. But man, what can I do to just get that edge?
Yeah.
You know, whether it was my mindset, my character, whether it was like my effort. You know, that's something Ray Lewis talks about all the time, and guys that I watched around that time. But I was always thinking about, man, how can I get better? And that's the same thing I try to do now, man. So it's all good if you have a sandwich. Yeah. You know, here and there, don't feel bad.
Hey, look, that's a true story, too.
Yeah.
I didn't even make that up just for the podcast. As I was eating it, I was like, Trey, you know you wrong, but man, this sandwich is good. I sure am hungry.
Yeah.
So look, I had the pleasure of meeting you at this event.
Yeah.
Right? And so, like you said, like other people 6'4" and this. And I was talking a little ish, man. I was like, man, you kind of little, man. Like you like 5'11", 230.
Yeah.
I said, I'd have ran over you. And he was like, bruh, please. But I ain't gonna lie, like when you dap him up, you can tell he a little brick, man. Like he a little tank. It hurts my hand. And it's like the first time but every time I dap him up, man, it's real solid, man. So
now I pride myself
like a little
on
tank.
that, man. I had some of the best trainers, man. I was blessed, like growing up in that, and it's something I think about when I think about just like those who I now try to inspire, pour back into. The fact that I was privileged, I'm not gonna lie. My little league coach, His name was Ronnie Benton from Alamo, Georgia. Most people don't know where that's at.
Nah, I actually never heard of it.
Yeah, Willard, down South Georgia, but he just believed in me, man. Like, and I think we all got that person we could think of, whether it's a teacher, coach, whoever that believed in us. He took me, man. Who does this, right? He took me to a trainer by the name of Chip Smith, who trained Brian Urlacher, who trained Champ Bailey, like the best of the best. And they were in Duluth. And so Chip, after he paid for me to go there, Chip allowed me to train for free. Yeah. Basically my whole career, man.
Wow.
So I got to be in a facility. Yeah, I got to be in a facility where I saw NFL jerseys hanging up and met Jesse Tuggle. At 15 years old.
Oh, wow.
Like, that had to be inspiring in itself because Jesse Tuggle is not considered a huge linebacker himself.
That's what I'm saying. He's the same height as me.
Was he still playing when you met him? Or?
He was still playing.
Okay, gotcha.
I believe he was towards the tail end of his career. But, yeah, just being able to see that. Met another guy by the name of Ryan Golden, who's like a world-class lifter. He taught me a lot of techniques, man. And so just being able to have those trainers, man, those coaches that showed me, gave me the edge. Even though I was considered undersized, and people still were like, "Man, you don't look as big as you do on TV." It's like when I left high school, I was benching 425, squatting 515, cleaning 320. So got to SEC, and it was the same response. Offensive linemen to be out there to laugh at me and whatnot, and then I'll lay that wood to them, and then you know, at the end they would come back to me and say, you know, you one of the best linebackers we done played against, man. So yeah, that's like once again something I just pride myself on, just not and then the heart, man. I'll say that too. Yeah. Not just about like your physical ability, but that heart, that mindset, and just really getting out there and you know, letting your presence be felt.
Man, so look, but before we dig like too deep into the football stuff, just when we talk about heart, like, so I'm big on family, right?
Yeah.
And I'm big on the things that you learn from family. As I was doing some research on you, I learned that like when you were younger, your mom, she was really big at like putting her arm around people, bringing in people into the home, like opening y'all home up to people, like giving. Oh, I must have hit the button by mistake.
We'll clap to that, though. Clap to that.
Hey, look, it was right on time. Look at God.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like your mom was really, really big on, like I said, embracing people, putting her arm around people, and that just being able to see that at a young age. Like, how did that impact you as far as like your mentality on what you need to bring out into the world so you can be in a position to do the same things?
Yeah, like I was blessed, man. When it comes to my parents, like both of them came from Liberia to Atlanta in the '80s. She actually came on scholarship to Emory. That's how she ended up in Atlanta and everything to get her master's in nursing. So just being a nurse, she's already had that nurturing personality. Yeah. Then she worked at Grady.
Okay.
Like for 40 years.
Wow.
Yeah, 40 years at Grady, man. So I was born right here in Midtown Atlanta. And the earliest experience I had was our family family's home country of Liberia went through a terrible civil war. Over 400,000 people lost their lives. Millions became refugees. Yeah, so a lot of my cousins, uncles, aunties were refugees, just going to Sierra Leone, going to Ghana. A lot of them were able to come here just, you know, through people like my parents, you know, who were established. My dad, he fixed shoes out in Kennesaw, 12 hours a day. So he used that money to help, you know, the family come over here, not just get a plane ticket. But I mean, we were living off Beaufort Highway, across from Pink Pony in the apartments. Yeah, 3-bedroom apartment, but it was always full. And so that's just what I knew, man. Like the ability to not just build up yourself, man, but you know, take whatever whatever work you're doing, man, whatever you're striving for, and build a family. Like take care of everybody. That's just how we live, man. And then coupling that with like faith and just like humility and hard work, man, and just taking nothing and making something out of it. Like that's all. Like that's who I am.
I love that.
So yeah, man. Like everything I live for now, man. Even when I made it to the league, it wasn't just about making it to Georgia. It wasn't just about making it to the league. It was like, how can I use this to build the community, to build my family, to impact my church. You know, now I think about, you know, those who are coming after me, the next athletes who are coming after me, people in the business world. Just who can I inspire? Who can I impact, man? So that's really how I live my life.
Man, I love that, man. I love that, man. Yeah. That's super dope.
Yeah. All right, before we get into this, man, anything, update us what you got going on now, man.
Boy, a lot. So, like I mentioned, you know, I've been able to take a lot of what I've learned on the field and apply it to now the business world. And so I'm a keynote speaker. I speak at companies, associations on leadership, teamwork, and high performance. I'm also an author. I've written 2 books. One is called Free Agent, and that book I wrote after I got cut from my first NFL team. It's really about how to navigate times of uncertainty, times of transition. and realizing that everybody becomes a free agent at some point, not just when you get cut from a team. If you go through a divorce, you're a free agent. You go, you lose your job, you're a free agent. You lose your business, you're a free agent, right? So it's those times of transition and talking about how do you navigate that. Yeah, when you remove all those things that give you an identity, essentially, who are you? Right, when you remove the job, you remove the followers, you remove the money.
So it had to be a tough transition,
Man,
like stop playing football and just like trying to figure it out. That's a great concept. I like that.
It. So yeah, I wrote that book, and then I wrote a second book called "What Does It Take to Be a Star." I wrote that with my daughter, and so been doing that. And then I, last but not least, do coaching as well. So executive coaching, I help people with anything from their personal brand, marketing strategy, public speaking, and then career transitioning as well, man. So doing a lot, man, but love it all. And,
I'm gonna touch bases with you, man. I'm in the process of writing a book.
Okay.
And I just want to like pick your brain and get, get some knowledge on it because I've never done it before.
Man. I'm gonna charge you something though. No, I'm just.
No, he's serious. He's trying. No, I'm playing. No, I'm serious. He's so serious.
Nah, we'll make it work. We'll make it work.
So we got an ongoing thing here, man, with me.
Yeah,
and,
what you got?
I think I could get 1 yard, man, in an NFL game. Do you think I could do that?
It depends on who you got in front of you. You know what I mean? If you got a good defensive lineman, it starts up front.
Thank you.
Like they always say. So,
if you was the middle linebacker, do you think I could maneuver and just get 1 yard?
Like if you got a solid offensive line, I think you can get 1 yard. If it's and it depends on the situation, right?
There we go.
It's 4th and 1, fourth and 2, or third, like I don't know, 2nd and 7, right? You got a great offensive line, I think you can get a chance. Yeah.
So that's the key, y'all. So
that's the key though. It's not you. It's the people who you got in front of you. It's the team.
And then you just gotta read which way to go.
I think you can fall for it.
Man, you know what? You a real positive guy, right? Because I'm gonna tell you, he ain't getting that 1 yard.
I think he can fall for it.
Especially if he back there in the pistol, he 8-9
right now. You gotta understand.
That man ain't getting no yards.
Hey, look, I want Mario to be my offensive coordinator because I know he know football. I do not want Zach Robinson coaching me.
This man gonna get a yard full of dirt in his face mask.
Under center, I say under center, and you got that charge ahead of you. You're gonna fall forward, I think, for a yard.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
So him being under center like the quarterback. No, we talking about as the running back.
As fullback.
I don't know about it.
See how it all changes.
It's all good.
That's why I said situational.
It's all good.
As the running back, he says he can get a yard right now on the NFL field.
At the running back in pistol, nah.
I did not say the pistol. Hell no. I need a fullback. I need some tight ends.
Oh man.
I don't even think you get the tush push. I'm just saying, man. It's all good, man. It's all good.
We need to set it up, man. So
we do that.
All right, go ahead, Trey, man.
Hey, man. So look, coming from Brookwood, man, you stay in state, and you step on the campus of UGA, man, and you spoke about being undersized.
Yeah.
Tell us about the recruiting process as an undersized linebacker.
Yes,
sir. What you overcame in that, whether it was perception, whether it was things that may have been written that were looked at as negative things towards you. Tell us how you overcame that and how it was first being on UJ's campus and all that as an undersized linebacker, believing that you could get this done.
Yeah, I love that question, man. And this is for anybody who's trying to do anything for the first time. You're stepping into a new situation. You are, athlete who's joining a new team, going to the next level. This is for your entrepreneur who's thinking about starting. They got, imposter syndrome. I'm sure y'all probably went through the same thing.
Yeah,
y'all
I've been through that
podcast, right? Like thinking about, dang, will this work, right? Will people relate to this? What's the perception going to be? Those are a lot of the same thoughts that I had going to UGA, man, as a true freshman. Stepping into that new environment, you got a lot of pressure coming from your background, coming out of Snellville. There were so many great players who came before me. David Green, David Pollock, so many others. So you got that pressure alone, coupled with the fact that my family was not in a good financial position. So I felt that weight, man, of like, I got to make it. I don't got no choice. I come from a privileged background where I had a lot of money. So, just stepping there was just so many different layers, man, to not just get into UGA, because it's one thing to get there, but what's your name gonna be after you leave?
Yeah.
What kind of legacy are you gonna leave? Are you even gonna play? And so for me coming in, hearing all the naysayers, I'll never forget. I don't know if y'all ever been on rivalscout.com, things like that, but I used to go on there, man, because my recruiting process started at 15. 14, 15 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, my Little League coach, same guy, man, who got me with Chip. He also would check me out of school and take me up to UGA, and I would just be a fly on the wall before I was even on their radar.
Yeah.
And this for any kid listening who wants to get recruited, who wants to get to that next level. Like, you got to be different, especially nowadays. You got the transfer portal, all that NIL. It's so much harder. So for me, when I finally made it, man, after all of that, after being doubted, after having to, I made 198 tackles my junior year.
Whoa.
Just whatever I had to do to separate when I say I was hungry,
Ooh.
finally got up there. My first step was just to prove myself, man. And that started not in training camp, that started in the off season. So I'm killing myself. I really sought out the best guys. And you'll hear this from any top player, whether it's NFL, any level. They always say seek out the veterans, the guys who are not just high performers, but high character guys. So I worked out with Thomas Brown, and I worked out with Knowshon Moreno. Those are my workout buddies. Yeah.
Okay.
My freshman year. So whatever they lifting, I'm trying to keep up with them. I'm trying to do just as much, if not more, than what they lifting, man. We're running sprints. I'm trying to keep up with them. So that was the first start. Then when we got to training camp, man, I would challenge the biggest dudes. Brandon Miller, 6'4", 250. I'm just trying to challenge myself, prove myself as a true freshman, and was able to actually not get redshirted my true freshman year. But I was on the sidelines, wasn't really getting acknowledged by the coaches. And then that's when I developed a mentality and a phrase that I now live by, man. And it's called operating at the level of your vision.
Okay.
Operating at the level of your vision. That's any organization I speak to, that's a phrase I use. And for me at that time, that meant, even though I was a bench warmer, I was scout team, I was operating as if I was a starter.
Okay.
So I would, man, in the practice or during practice, man, I would be 20 yards behind the starting defense, going through the plays while they're on the field. I'm back there by myself.
Yeah.
As if I'm on the field. After the game, or after practice, I'm going in the film room and I'm watching Thomas Davis. I'm watching Odell Thurman. I'm watching all those guys. Seeing how they move, studying them, getting in the weight room by myself. Before or after, whatever I could do to get that edge. That's what I would do, and I did that, man, for weeks, just operating in faith in the dark. By the 6 or 7 game of that season, man, playing Tennessee, that's when they had Arian Foster and Montario Hardesty.
Okay.
And we lost that game by like 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
But I got in the game. And because I had been operating at the level of my vision, I was ready when the opportunity came. Like the first play, I'll never forget, it was a counter play. Shot back there, made a TFL, my first play in. Then made a couple plays. I got like 3 plays in, then I ended up getting a concussion. Yeah. But I showed the coaches what I could do.
Showed the coach what you could do.
The next week was Vanderbilt, got a couple more plays. Week after that, I got my first start. Guess who was against?
Who's the first?
Florida Gators.
Oh, I mean, look, for them to put you on the field against Florida, they had faith in you.
Yeah.
Crazy, yeah. So my first play, Tim Tebow gets in the center. I look in the backfield, and it's a guy who a lot of people remember, Percy Harvin.
Oh, yeah. Straight up beast.
And I got Percy Harvin man to man. I'm 18 years old. My first start, my first play.
Wow.
Yeah, and I almost shit myself, but I got through it. Oh, man. But it's like moments like that, man, that really remind me the importance of, like, how you operate when you down. Like, when life's not going the way you want it to, man. What's the mentality? What's your self-talk like? How do you approach the situation, man? And that's what honestly got me through that time as a freshman at UGA. It got me through my time when I got to the NFL, and, like, the coaching staff gets fired after my first year, and I get cut. Going into my second year, that got me through all that, man, and it's still maintaining me now.
Nice, man. I love that.
Yeah.
Hey, you said some things kind of reminded me of myself, and people would look at me like I was weird. Like, how was it when you was practicing and you was the only one 20 yards? Were they looking at you like, what the hell are you doing?
Oh, man.
I remember I used to work out. I had like a sheet that they gave me, and I'd be working out by myself, and everybody's laughing at me and stuff. And I'm like, why y'all laughing? I'm trying to get better. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So how was it like you being the different guy on the team? Was the coaches like, did they understand, or did the players kind of give you a hard time?
I can't tell you how many times I got like, what you doing, man? Get off the field. Like,
bro, I swear I can relate to that, bro.
Oh, yeah. And that's how I realized that, man. Whenever you're trying to do anything big, anything different, anything innovative, at first you're going to be clown. You're going to get clown. And you got to expect that. it don't matter what you're doing in life, and until you become successful, that's when everybody gonna be like, oh yeah, they gonna be, man, we always respected you. We always knew you was gonna be successful, but you got to go through that period of time and whatever you're doing to where you're gonna be laughed at, you're gonna be scrutinized, criticized, all that. And as long as you believe in what you're doing, man, you got to push forward. But even like I mentioned, when I would come up to UGA at 14 years old, 15 years old, and I wasn't on their radar, there would be players on that team saying, hey, man, she's supposed to be in school. Like, what you doing here? Like, get out of here. Especially after I came, because I didn't just go once. I had a coach, his name was Dickie May, and he knew one of the players, Des Williams, who was on UGA's team at that time, and he connected us, and, like, all I knew was Des. And so I'll say, hey, Des, I'll text him coming up. My Little League coach checked me out of school, going down 316, we get there. So I didn't know anybody else. So I'm just this random kid just hanging around the locker room, hanging around practice. They're like, who this little kid coming up here? You know, I'll never forget one kid, one player, I ain't gonna call his name out, but he's like, man, you're gonna be a little frat boy, aren't you? Like, clowning
he thought you was up there to party.
Yeah, like he just.
And you was serious. You just studying, soaking it in.
You know, I was studying. I was watching all the guys. Then it was Tony Taylor. Then it was who else? He had Tony Taylor. You had Danny Verdun Wheeler at that time. But yeah, I'm studying. I'm visualizing myself, man. Every Saturday, you know, I'm watching the games. Like, man, I would have made that play. Like, I'm already scheming years in advance. But yeah, it was a lot of clowning, a lot of just, you know, newspaper writers saying, oh, he undersized, he may make it, but he's not gonna play. It was even Georgia fans, like when I finally got the scholarship, there was a Georgia fan that said, why did UGA just give a midget a scholarship?
Wow.
Yeah, like literally people. I remember
you remember that?
Wow. I remember all of it, bro. Yeah.
So,
I remember all of it.
So, all right, now you're at Georgia, man. Tell us some stories about Coach Richt, man, and like, you know, when first time they came in, some time they may have said something negative to you to motivate you or something positive. Yeah,
man. Coach Richt. The biggest thing I'll say about Coach Richt, and this is for any coach listening, man. I'm thinking about your listeners, thinking about, you know, the different situations they may face or positions they may be in. And the biggest thing about Coach Richt, I'll say, is that man cared. Like, you knew he cared about you. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't always in the sense that, like, he would do things that that you liked. Sometimes he'll show you that he cared by, you know, really holding you accountable. And so it was times where I didn't do the right thing, you know, and he made me show up early, run them sprints, do what I had to do. And but I knew at the end of the day that he cared, that he loved me. And he did the same thing for a lot of other players. And then another thing I'll say about Coach Richt is a lot of why I admire him had nothing to do with football. It was like how he operated when we weren't on the field. So he would always have his family around the campus. I mean, around, not the campus, but around the facility, his kids, his wife, and just seeing how he interacted with his wife. Powerful. Seeing how he interacted with, like, people who could do nothing for him, but he still gave him the time of day. Just super down to earth, approachable. It taught me a lot about leadership, man, that you can be in a high position and still treat people like a human being. Like, you don't got to walk around all big, high and mighty and all that. So that was probably the biggest thing, man. And when you knew you had somebody that really cared about you, this is what a lot of leaders and people in prominent positions don't understand. Like, it's not about how much you know. It's like people don't care how much you know if they don't know how much you care, right? That's interesting. And that's it. Yeah. So that was the most powerful things, man. Is just remember how he interacted with people. How sometimes if he knew we were tired, right? He maybe didn't even know we were tired, but our morale as a team was getting low. He would say, "Hey, scrap practice. We going to bowling today," just to build that connection and that camaraderie, because he knew it wasn't just about performance. It was about how connected were we as a team. Did we really care about each other as well? He would bring in speakers, man, to speak to us about our faith. Things like that, man. So it wasn't just about the game. Like, he really cared about us as people. Yeah.
Speaking of Coach Richt, I think I just saw something. You just went to an event that he had. I think I saw you post something about you with Coach Richt recently, right?
Yeah, so he did a fundraising event, man. Most people know he has Parkinson's and everything. And so he did an event to raise some funds for that, man. And it was like a big reunion. I mean, guys like Pollock was there, the Stinchcomb brothers, David Green, so many others were there. Brad Johnson, the current players were there. Kirby was there. The staff, you know, all the people who, like, from media to the assistant, They were all there, man. So it really was powerful, man, just because it shows you we're a real family. Like, it's not just games, it's not just X's and O's, but people who genuinely care about each other, man. That's the coolest thing, man. When you go out there, you bust your ass, man, for years. Like, you really lay it on the line, but then years later, you still have these relationships and people you can connect with. That, to me, is like the true value of sports, man, and just, going through that experience. Because it's not easy. It's extremely hard doing what we do.
Hey, man, dogs support dogs.
Yeah, that's it. Always. Always.
Yeah, man, dogs support. So, look, man, I'm interested in a couple players on the offensive side. Like, we're going to get into a lot of defense, too, but I'm interested in the offensive side, man. A wide receiver that I think, had he been able to stay healthy in the NFL, I think he could have been a Hall of Famer with his talent, man. Tell us about old AJ, man.
Oh, man.
Oh, AJ Green,
AJ
man.
Green, yeah. I mean, special player. I'll never forget the first time seeing AJ. It was just like, the first time. And that rarely does that happen for me, where I see a player run a rep. Just, and this wasn't in practice. This was just like he out doing extra work, just like I would do. But just watching him run his route, just how smooth it was, and just his body control, just like how you have Pickens now, right?
Yeah.
This was years ago, and I think I was a sophomore, because he came in class after me. But yeah, from day one, that joker just came in and just looked NFL ready, like just looked like from the stature to the poise to the mentality. He didn't say a lot, but he just got out there and just balled. Like, I don't know what his high school program was like or anything, but you just knew watching him that he came from something. He came from a proud tradition from where he was, and super respectful, man. Just conducted himself with excellence both on and off the field, man. So that's what impresses me about AJ, man. Like, you don't hear anything about him, as far as off the field, getting into anything crazy, man. Beautiful family. Works hard, man. Don't make a lot of noise. Doesn't talk a lot of trash. He'll let you know he good.
Yeah, I bet he will.
But he ain't nothing crazy. Nothing just outlandish about his personality. He just gets out there, works hard, stays humble.
Yeah, man. I love it.
Yeah, I respect it, man. I respect guys like that for real.
Dope.
I want to ask about a player. Give us some stories. I think you played with Matthew Stafford.
Oh, yeah.
Give us some stories with him, man. Like, what type of guy was he?
Did you ever pick him off in practice?
I never picked him up, man. I almost did. That thing almost took my hand off. Stafford, another guy. He just came in, went to work. He wasn't a rah-rah guy. But just, man, when you say an arm, just precision. The craziest things was just seeing him fit balls into windows that were, like, that big. Like, when he was on. And everything, and yeah, Stafford was just a great guy. Like I said, he wasn't the most, like, rally the troops type quarterback. Like, you're not gonna see Stafford bring everybody together in the huddle or anything like that, give an inspired speech. But, like, his ability was just unreal. Like, his talent was just unreal, and that's what I remember most about him, was just his ability to make things happen, like, when we needed it the most. And so, think about players like him, man. At Georgia, it was just, like, cool to see, and this is why I'm so passionate about leadership, right? Cool to see the talent, but it's like there's those other players, like you got a Stetson Bennett, right? Not the biggest arm, but could get people to believe. You got Gunnar Stockton now, right?
Yeah.
Gunnar Stockton, same thing. Not the biggest, not the fastest, not the strongest, but makes people around him better.
Yeah.
And so that's the difference of what I kind of saw with, like, playing with guys like Stafford, and all the different players that I played with, man. It was like you had the high performers and then you had high performing leaders.
So, watching, I just remember that year, y'all had some really good players like AJ Green,
right?
With Thomas Brown, Knowshon Moreno, Stafford, yourself.
Yep.
What happened? Why we didn't? What's the best record y'all had? What bowl you played in? Why we didn't get a chip, man? We should have with that talent.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we didn't, in my opinion, we didn't have the best leadership that we could have during that time. We had the best talent, right? The year before, 2007, when we ended up playing in the Sugar Bowl against Hawaii, we could not be beat, and we had leaders, like we had dogs.
Who were the leaders on that team?
So the leaders on that team, Fernando Velasco was one of the leaders on that team. He's now player development with the Falcons. Keelan Johnson, he was another outspoken leader who, like, and all of us collectively were leaders. We were getting after each other. All it takes is, like, a couple guys who got that dog mentality, who gonna get in your face and say, hey, tighten up. when you slipping and whatnot. But if you don't have those alpha dogs that's leading the way, and then because it opens up the door for everybody else to do the same thing, right? So, and the tough part is like every year you got to reestablish that, what that looks like as a team.
So they didn't have it that year.
Yeah, so we're still developing it as a team. I feel like when after they left, right. But we had the talent, and sometimes talent can be a bad thing because you lean so much on your talent that you don't focus as much on that leadership. Yeah. So, and you see with every team, man, like the Falcons are a great team right now, but it's like missing those.
Yeah. Why I think about that. So let me ask you this, and no disrespect to Kirby, to Rick.
Yeah.
Do you think that Kirby instills that into the players, the leadership for them to stand out? Do you think like if you would have had that type of personality on the team that it would have encouraged more leadership from the players?
It's tough to say, man, because Coach Richt did a lot of great things.
Yeah, I like Coach Richt. Yeah, I just hate that he didn't get it done.
For sure. Yeah, we built a lot of great leaders during that time. But I will say, like Kirby, his level of like urgency.
Have you had a chance to be around that?
Oh yeah. Like just in practice, that's one thing that's different about Kirby. Like this joker acts like every day is a national championship in practice.
Wow.
Every day. Over the loudspeaker, like Coach Richt never had a mic that he was on every single day calling you out. Every play, like calling guys out, special teams, defense, offense, like you slippy, like you don't love football. Like I'm talking about challenging you every day.
You know what?
It's different.
We got a chance to go and see like the camps for the kids.
Yeah.
And when you saying that's what he was doing.
Right.
He had a mic and he was just he's calling out names. So he's showing them at that age. That's what they're doing in college. I didn't know. I wondered that.
Yeah.
And they had all the coaches there doing the drills or whatever. So that's interesting.
Yeah, I'll say that's the biggest difference with Kirby is that day to day, like just urgency and accountability, like relentless accountability is what I call it. Because I
like your terms, man. You come with great terms. Real talk,
But that's the best way to describe it, bro. It's like relentless accountability. Like if people had that on a day to day, imagine going to work and you got somebody over the loudspeaker at your work saying, "Hey, I see you on your laptop. You're sleeping. I see you nodding off.
I see you over there on Instagram.
You doing over there?
I see you on IG. We supposed to be loading these boxes up, my guy.
Hey, that's a skit.
Imagine your performance, right?
Hey, well, look, but that's why, and it could be a reason that the owner who's taking over Ursay's daughter in Indianapolis.
Oh, wow,
she's holding people accountable. Like she's out there, like, hey, I'm trying to learn. I need to see if you're really messing up. If you're really earning these dollars.
Yeah, that's what it takes. This day and age, it's too much competition, year in and year out. And then in Kirby's case, you got folks leaving for the league year in, year out. So you got to have
mentality, man.
Yeah, you got to establish a mentality where it's like there's succession, like ongoing succession built in. So if not, it's gonna be drop off every single year. That's what you see with a lot of teams, with a lot of companies.
Yeah.
It's companies that was great 5 years ago that's not around now.
Then they fall off.
Yeah, because of that lack of accountability and urgency. So, yeah, man.
Hey, look, Ren.
Yeah, what's up?
Before you leave, I need you. We do skits and stuff, right? I don't know if you checked our page out. We do a lot of skits and stuff. I need you to do a skit with us before we leave. Can you do 2 with us?
Yeah, let's do it.
And I'm gonna tell you what the premise is gonna be. It's gonna be funny. You our performance coach.
All right.
Same way. We're gonna be on the podcast. You're gonna come in. Hey, you're not getting it right. You're not getting your information right. You're not giving enough effort to it. It's about leadership. All right. Can we do that before you leave?
Let's do it.
All right, we're gonna do 2 of them. All right. Yeah, there it is, man. It just hit me as you were saying that, man.
Yeah, y'all ever seen Terry Tate off his linebacker, the commercials?
Oh, that's right, the old commercial, the Terry Tate. Yeah, man. Yeah, we need to do something like that, man. You put us in check.
I ain't gonna hit nobody.
No, you ain't gotta hit. You walk in and you let us know we're not doing what we're supposed to do. I'm telling you, man, I think it's gonna be funny. I think that's gonna be real dope.
So tell me some of the leaders tell me some of the I can't remember any of the defensive players. Tell me the defensive players.
Geno?
Yeah, Geno Atkins, Justin Houston, Rashad Jones, he had Keelan Johnson, Brandon Boykin.
Play with Asher, right?
Yeah, Asher Allen. Yep, Asher Allen. Who else was some of the leaders on that team?
Whatever happened to Asher Allen? He was like really.
Asher here in town, man.
He from Atlanta. He went to Tucker. That's how I know him.
Did he make it to the league?
Yeah, he played for Minnesota for a while.
All right.
Yeah, that's my guy. So he's doing some good things, man. Who else was on that team? My boy Keem Dent playing in the league as well. Donnell Ellaby.
Another good linebacker, Keem Dent. He played for the Falcons for a minute.
How many people are still playing in the league that you played with?
None.
Matthew Stafford probably.
Matthew Stafford, but as far as guys that I played with defensively, we all done. Stafford is the last of our bunch, I believe.
That's still in the league. Let me ask you this, which is kind of crazy and I want to stay right here for a second. It's kind of crazy when you have two players who were late round picks but went on to be at one point top 10 when it comes to defensive players in the NFL, and Geno Atkins and Justin Houston, both later round draft picks. How does that, from an athlete standpoint, how does that happen? How do they slip through the cracks when it comes to like these GMs and these scouts looking at these players that are Geno Atkins and a Justin Houston fall to like the fourth and I think fifth round perspective, or maybe they both were fourth, and end up being top 10 players easily at their position, if not collectively across defense, period, in the NFL.
Yeah, it's multiple scenarios where that can happen, man. And, there's the obvious. There's character, questions around character, questions around work ethic. Like, if we get this man his money, is he going to still be motivated? Is he still going to perform? There's questions around, like, things that you did in your past. This is something that I talk to players about all the time. Like, hey, man, like, how you treat people. I don't care if it's your position coaches. It's not just your position coaches. It's the trainers. It's where you go and hang out at, how you treat the people at the bar that you go to, the girls, the women in your life. Like, all that stuff matters, especially when it comes time for the draft. Because what they don't show, they talk about it, but what they don't show is those interviews. They show the 40-yard dash, the vertical leap and all that, but they don't show you when you in that meeting room with the GM and their guy who's former FBI, who's did a full background research on you in your entire life and called your teammates and all those things. They don't talk about that. But those are a lot of things that come into play when it comes to if a team is going to choose one guy versus the other. Especially if if you're first 2 rounds, you basically going to be a representative of that organization. 100%. So think about a company that you're building. If you got a question, if I'm going to hire this person, they're going to be the face of my company. If you got any questions about them, it's like, well, shoot, I ain't about to, invest in them up front.
This bag.
Yeah, I'm going to take that chance on them if they're still around, maybe later, but they're not about to be the face of my organization. I think when we as players understand that you literally going to represent an organization, we'll conduct ourselves a lot better. And not saying they didn't, these are great guys, but there's so much scrutiny at that time, and it may not be character. It may be you got hurt your 8th grade year. Like, it's that level of detail.
Wow.
Yeah, when it comes to the combine, like, they evaluate everything. So if your cartilage is a little bit worn out in your right knee,
they already know.
They already know. They know all the analytics, especially now. They can tell how long your career is going to be.
Whoa, how?
Based on your base. That's why they have you come to the combine. It's not just seeing how fast you run. It's like doing the diagnostics.
But how can they tell if how much wear and tear your cartilage like that? That's crazy.
Years and years and years of data and research,
wow.
Right? So they can compare that to other players. So they know, if this guy already had an injury, quad injury or whatever, multiple times, he's prone to.
So they're just going by history and just data and all that.
History, data, research, all that. I mean, they really evaluate everything, man, at the combine. Your second day there, that's all they do is full medical evaluations from, scanning your teeth. Everything. So that's why you see a lot of those scenarios happen where guys will drop. It's either something character-wise, a question that, if they get the money, are they going to maintain the work ethic? It's family scenarios. They even do assessments, like not just the Wonder League. They do personality tests. They do color tests, all kinds of stuff. So. Wow. Psychological evaluations, right? That as well too.
They know more about the players than they know about themselves by the time they're done.
Yeah. And companies, a lot of companies do the same thing. They'll have you take a strengths finder test or Hogan assessment, things like that. But the NFL, they take it to a whole nother level, rightfully so, because they got to get it right. Yeah. Because it's not just you coming in and your job on the line. Shoot, that GM job is on the line. The pro personnel, their job is on the line with every pick that they make. So I get it.
Somebody need to tell the Atlanta Hawks that needs to be done, because I don't think they do that.
Oh, no.
That's for my boy Mario back there in the back. It's all good,
You
man.
know, what we're learning today is Treyboy as a Hawk hater. He don't like the Hawks.
I'm the only one with a Hawk hat on.
Yeah, he don't like them.
I'm the only one in here representing them. But yet I'm the
He
hater.
just think it's fresh.
It is. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I wonder that when I see players like that, and I'm gonna be honest with you, like, and when you spoke about the leadership on those teams, it made me wonder why those Georgia teams didn't get further, because you look at the talent.
Right.
I mean, y'all had some amazing talent who went on to do some not just good things in the NFL, went on to do some great things in the NFL. And I just like what. You are. I guess you already answered it with the leadership, but like, is there anything else that could have been done for those teams to get over the hump? Because it was just so much talent, man. It seemed like we should have broken through.
Yeah, it's a tough thing. I mean, so many components go into a team and the talent that they have and the year that they have, right? Going back to, like I mentioned, the Falcons, like you can look at so many teams and see that, man, they're usually 1 or 2 plays off from being great.
Yeah.
You know, 1 or 2 things off. So it's not like a big change that needs to happen. Sometimes it's the culture. Sometimes it's injuries. You know, I know a couple Georgia teams before we started winning national championship, it literally came down to a couple ACLs and things like that. So it's leadership. It's, you know, timing. Sometimes it's like SEC especially. It's a couple plays that these games come down to. Even now, we watch these games. It's like who wins the turnover margin, right? And then who turns it on. If we don't turn it on, a couple of these games for this season, our record will look completely different. Think about it. You know, our Auburn game, I mean,
yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like a couple
Tennessee,
games.
Auburn.
And that's literally how it was when we played, man. There was so much talent. So literally, like I remember playing against Julio Jones. I remember like playing against Florida, and I mean, they literally had an NFL team. So every single play, like, it can't, like, you had to do something great or else you're going to lose, no matter how much leadership you had or how great the culture was and things like that. So I'll say, too, the quarterback makes a huge difference as well. So, like, how does he respond under pressure? Yeah. Is he a gamer, or is he, you know, a Carson Beck who can only perform when things are going well? You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of components. You can have the best defense in the world, but you getting 3 and out. You know what I'm saying? It's
or 4 picks in the game.
Yeah, it's so it's tough. We easily could have had a easy winning season, you know, in a lot of those scenarios. But yeah, that's just how the ball goes.
Come 2 or 3 plays.
Come back to the podcast anytime you want, Rennie.
Hey, I want to ask you 2 questions, Rennie.
Yeah, what's up?
First question is, who is the most famous or most memorable hit that you had on somebody's sack or whatever, or maybe just a good
Sheesh.
sticking to him?
That's tough. I'll say one of my favorite ones. He's not gonna like this because we still talk about it now. Brad Lester, who played at Parkview.
Okay.
But I got his ass in there.
I remember the name Brad Lester. I remember that name.
Yeah, I ran through his ass, man. It was when we had the first blackout in the UGA Auburn game. It was my 19th birthday. I'm feeling good.
Okay.
And he ran a toss sweep, man, and I just came through like unblocked, just full speed, just ran through his ass. He said he got tripped up by an offensive lineman. I'm like, nah, bro.
Yeah, whatever, man. I got you.
Film don't lie. Like, I ain't even have to wrap up. I just like, so it was beautiful. That play sticks out in my mind. And then the 2 times I played against South Carolina, it came down to, just like I said, last couple plays. Sophomore year, they ran a sweep to the left, and it was on the goal line, game's on the line. Was able to get my hat right on the ball, man, caused a fumble in the 4th quarter to help us win.
Oh, that had
Second year,
good.
oh, man, yeah. Second year came down to the line again, 09. Steven Garcia's in. They run a pass play. He's trying to go to Wesley Sanders, I believe, their tight end, and threw it just close enough for me to be able to bat the ball down at the end of the game. It was like a minute left in the game. If they score, they win. Batted that thing down on 4th down, we win again.
That's dope.
So them 2 plays, man, like that's what you dream about as a kid, especially playing linebacker. You know, that goal line stance, man, or doing something. Like it was literally like it was in slow motion and whatnot. Crowd went crazy in Athens, man, that night. And it's just one of those memorable things, especially coming from my background. Being that underdog, going to my first game at 10 years old and standing in that stadium.
Yeah, it's like, I did it.
Having moments like that. And even what's more special about that is all the people you inspire, bro. Like the young kids that were also called undersized by their coaches. Their coaches telling them, "Oh, you can't play this position. You're too small."
Yeah.
But like by doing what I did, man, accomplishing that, it's like giving them that belief that they can do the same thing. So that's what's cool for me.
All right, here's my second question.
Yeah.
It's 2025.
Yeah.
Why can't the Bulldogs? Why does Alabama have our number, man? What's going on?
Man, once again, like I said, it's those couple plays, man. It's like who's gonna win in those game-changing moments, and we haven't been able to do that. We haven't been able to. It is not just like making the plays; it's also capitalizing on the plays. Like that Bama game, I believe we had a couple opportunities to make some picks, drop ball. You know, if you can't capitalize on those game-changing moments, it's gonna lead to outcomes like that. And I think that's what it is. You look at those years where we did win, what is those national championship years? We won in those game-changing moments. We made the big plays. Like we had those extraordinary efforts that led us to winning. Whether it's like Stetson Bennett, you know, Brock Bowers, whoever it was, like they stepped up. You know, Keely Ringo, in the pick, you know what I'm saying? Like stepping up in those game-changing moments. And if you can't do that in games like that, 9 times out of 10. Like it don't matter how much talent you have, you probably not gonna win because somebody gonna do it.
Yeah.
It's about who does it in those moments.
Somebody, you got to capitalize.
Yeah,
like,
you gotta
especially if you win in the turnover margin.
Right.
If you win in the time of possession, like you got to you win in time of possession, you need to make those possessions count. You need to cash them in for more than 3. You win the turnover battle. You get a turnover. Offense needs to go over and make something happen.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
it.
So yeah, you're right in those game changing moments. Let me ask you this. I can, leadership is real big, for you. Like, so who are some of I know there has to be at least one player maybe we've heard of or maybe we have not, someone who you were able to be that example for them or you were able to maybe get introduced to them. You play a role in their life and like a mentorship type of role in the athletes out there who Rennie Curran was able to like give a boost to or just give some confidence to.
Yeah, I mean, I can't toot my own horn and say like they are who they are because of me or anything. I'll never say that because I know it's a combination of things. But I know a lot of players, man, that have come through Georgia and just in general, man. It still happens to me now where I'll meet a guy and he'll say, "Man, high school, like I looked up to you. I emulated my game after you." That's the biggest honor in the world, man. Because I was out there really just trying to make it, man. Like trying to help my family and trying to represent God, like in everything that I did. And be the best version of myself. So I'll say, man, the players that I feel like I tried to influence the most was the linebackers, man. So I remember when Roquan, when he got there as a freshman, we spent about an hour, 2 hours on the phone. I'm telling him, hey, man, this is how you want to do it as a Georgia linebacker, man. Not just your performance, but, man, how you treat people, off the field. Davin Bellamy is another one. When he was there, when he was going through his transition, same thing. Still give him advice and try to mentor him to this day. Even now, C.J. Allen. I really try to stay in touch with these guys, man, and pour into them because I know how it was for me. Like when I got to Georgia, man, Thomas Davis did that for me.
Nice.
Yeah, he brought me up to Carolina, man. Got to go in the locker room after watching him play. Went to his house, man, and he didn't just show me around. Like we got to his room and like I'll never forget. He got a big black trash bag. He filled it with like Nikes, J's, like just
gave them to you.
Yeah, and then I can talk about it now because they ain't a violation.
Yeah.
we stopped by the ATM, slid me some. Like, my girlfriend at the time, she was pregnant. I was about to become a father, and like he was a father in college, so he looked out, man. So stuff like that, man, just left an impression on me. So I try to pass it, pay it forward, and not just with the players, man, but people I come across. Like that was the coolest thing too, and even now, like. The little kid that I stopped and I shook their hand, that kid is now a grown adult.
Yeah.
Like I literally was at a speaking engagement for HR leaders.
Okay.
And I'm greeting everybody coming in, and this one girl stops me, grown woman, and she's like, "You won't remember this, but I was 8 years old and my dad brought me to a Georgia game and I went to the dog walk." And you were the only player that stopped and talked to me and gave me a high five.
That means a lot. It means a lot.
Bro.
I just remember times just in life of somebody that I may have thought was important and then taking the time to speak to. And that goes a long way. You never forget that.
Yeah, you don't realize, man, as a player, the kind of platform and the impact that you have. And to me, it's way more powerful because you can make a million plays out here, man. But after you're done, all that is going to be the next person wearing that jersey. So the impact that you have while you playing, that to me is the most powerful thing, man. The folks you're able to mentor and inspire, the kids, who will probably never ever get that opportunity. but you can still speak into their life, man. Like I've been all over this state, man. That's how I got started with speaking. I've been to Toccoa, I've been to Columbus, I've been to Waycross, like, and it's, you know, it's a lot of kids who just need not inspiration to be just an athlete, but just in life. So that's like, for me, what's the coolest thing is using my platform to pour into them.
That's dope. Yeah. That's dope that you've been there by choice. I used to work. I had to be in those places because I had to be there.
Right. And you know, ain't nothing much going on in a lot of places, man.
When you say Toccoa, I think about this time I was up there. Yeah. And I just seen this lady on the side of the road, and I pulled over, and it was a big hawk in the windshield, man. And I was like, what in the hell? It was like bigger than like your front torso. It was just smashed into her windshield, but that's crazy. But hey, I want to ask you this, man. This is going to be fun. All right, linebackers, right?
Yeah, for sure.
UGA, the Mount Rushmore of linebackers, and you can include yourself if you want.
Okay.
Guys, that's 4.
Man.
Hey, when you say them, explain why and all of that. Just don't just say the name. All right.
I mean, you got to start with Roquan for sure. What he was able to do at UGA, man, was just crazy. Like, and then not just his performance, but just like the leadership, like, and the quality of the defense at that time as well too. That's probably one of the best defenses to ever come through UGA. So I would start with him. The next guy, let me think. Thomas Davis was not a UGA lineman. He was a safety, but he's definitely up there. I'm trying to think of who with my linebackers for sure. Odell Thurman is up there for sure. Yeah. His ability to just make plays, not just be productive, because he was a guy who was over 100 tackles every year, but also made game-changing plays as well. He's up there for me. Man.
Got 2 more.
Sheesh. That's tough. I'll put myself in there.
There you go. That's all right. I like that. I love that. Now explain why.
At 5'10.5", 5'11", being able to go into the SEC with the type of talent that we played against, I'm proud of myself.
I am too.
I had guys like, I will say my teammates, because it's about them. Geno Atkins was in front of me. You know, Kay Weston, Donnell Ellaby was next to me. So I can't talk about myself without talking about my teammates and the guys who took on blocks for me and kept me open. But, yeah, being able to do what I did consistently, man, I laid my freaking body on the line for that school. Another guy I'll put up there, I'll say, man, we got so many good ones. Because you got to think about the old school linebackers as well. We got Boss Bailey.
Okay. All right, that's your 4. Tell us about Boss.
Yeah, Boss Bailey, I mean, he just, when you think about a dog, when you think about, you know, playmakers, when you think about, man, just who set some of the names that set the tone, right, for UGA linebackers. And I know as soon as I watch this back, I'll be like, damn, I forgot this name and that name.
Yeah.
You got the Ben Zimbiezis, like all the legendary linebackers, man, that played. But yeah, Boss, like in that kind of new age linebackers, when Coach Richt first came, he was one of the ones that really stuck out to me, and somebody that I studied, man, that you know, not only did great things in college, but also in the NFL as well.
All right.
Yeah.
The last thing I want to ask you was, I can't. Trey, go ahead. I got to get my thoughts right on this. It was something really important.
Look, you blew him away with your list.
Yeah.
Now, our list ain't perfect, but you know.
I know what I was going to say. I know what I was going to say. When I met you and I was talking to Ish, you was like, hey, you got to ask. It was a running back from Alabama. You said you put the wood on him. Who was that running back?
So, running back from
who was
Alabama.
it?
I'm Mark Ingram.
Yeah.
Tell that story, man, because you was like, ask Mark Ingram.
It was a couple of Mark Ingram. You got Charles Scott. You got my boy Roddy Jones over at Georgia Tech. He's doing some commentating now. He'll tell
so you
laid
them out, huh?
I laid a couple of them out, man.
I love that.
You know, you're going to get got too. Playing in SEC, you're going to get got too, but those are some hard.
Mark Ingram was a big boy.
He was a big boy.
Tell us about that play.
Glenn Coffey, Mark Ingram was one where he was, I mean, that's the one where they won. But I know towards the end of that game, like, he was coming on a sweep, and I just laid it. I jumped over, I think, one of the offensive linemen, just laid his ass out. Tim Tebow, same thing, just, you know.
Tebow was big, so it was easy to get to him, boy.
Yeah, I mean, I like the bigger guys. I don't really care too much for the scat backs, but yeah, Tebow, he was coming off a juke, and I was like, literally coming. As soon as he made that juke, I was right there to just meet him. Just flatten them and just, felt good. Felt good.
Man, so what did Tebow say when you hit him?
Oh, no, we ain't say much. Now we talk all you know. I'll just hit him with that smile, and that's about it. Like, and just get up and run, walk away. But yeah, now, man, it's all respect. We still talk smack, but it's it's all love, man. We all in the business world, all doing our things, man. So it's cool.
Okay, well, look, since we talking about offensive players and opposing offensive players, instead of a Mount Rushmore, man, give me your top 4 offensive players you had to play against in college, man. I know you mentioned Julio earlier. I'm not trying to put anybody on your list, man, but who's your top 4 of the hardest offensive players that you and your defenses faced in your time at UGA?
Yeah, man. I say the top athletes, top players we played against. Definitely Julio. I mean, that joker. And this was his freshman year. So it's like, who is this dude? Shit. Chasing after him was like chasing after a gazelle. Like him and Dez Bryant when he was at Oklahoma State.
Okay, Dez.
Yeah, that joker was, different. Yeah, I remember seeing the first clip of him when our defense coordinator Willie Martinez was like, "You got to watch this guy. This he's a guy. Like you just say, hey, he's real." And it was like a one-handed catch he made like over the middle, and it was ridiculous. So him, Percy Harvin was another one.
Remember Percy?
Yeah, Percy Harvin could just cut the drop of a dime. Like I said, I almost shit myself. Like when I looked over the line of scrimmage and I knew I had him man to man. It's my freshman year. It's my first play starting. I was just like, God, just let me get through this play. Yeah. Like a lot of players don't invoke that kind of fear. Percy Harvin was one of those where like where you knew he was gonna get the ball, you didn't know what was gonna happen once he got the ball. Okay. Yeah, and then I'll say the last player, who was tough. That's a tough one. Man. Y'all not gonna expect this one. I say one of the most versatile, dynamic, Randall Cobb.
Oh, I mean Randall Cobb, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean not a huge name in college per se, but you see what he went and did in the NFL. Like lasted a long time, made a lot of plays.
He was a beast. Yeah. I played against so many others that I won't. I'll go back and think about this. Of course, like there's many other names, but the reason why he sticks out to me is because that man single-handedly beat us when he was at Kentucky. I mean, Kentucky of all places at quarterback. He made
a lot of plays.
Made plays, arms, legs, just did it all. He was an amazing dual threat quarterback.
Wow. Yeah, went on switch position and still made plays.
Yeah, still made plays. That tell you the kind of player he is. He didn't play, wide receiver in college, but yeah, he was a dangerous dude, and he had a fullback. As well, named John Connor, Terminator.
Okay. The Terminator, they call him Terminator John Connor.
Boy, between them two, boy.
Yeah, between them two.
Yeah, it was a long day.
Say a long day. Look, tell me this. I can excuse me if I don't remember exactly. Were you still with the Dogs when the whole team went down and celebrated the touchdown?
Yeah, that was my freshman year. Yep.
Okay, that was the freshman year when y'all did it.
That was that same game.
Man, so tell me what was the thinking from the whole team? Because looking back on that, Florida had their whole documentary where they celebrated when they won, and they were so pissed off about that particular play in that situation. So just from a team perspective, because I ain't gonna lie, as a fan watching on TV, I was kind of like, man, what the hell is happening? Just tell me how was that for the team and what was the thinking behind that?
Yeah. So the perfect way to paint the picture is kind of similar to how things are now with Georgia Bama, right? Like they just seem to have our number. And whether it's a mentality thing or it's a intimidation thing, nobody knows. And so that's how it was with Georgia, Florida at that time. And so the night before the games is our come together moments. And we knew we had to do something. And we talked about it with Coach Richt. We talked about it as a team, like, man, we got to do something to develop a mental edge going into tomorrow, or else we probably not going to win this game. And so, going into it, that day, Coach Rick was like, I want y'all so fired up. Matter of fact, if y'all don't get a penalty, y'all all running.
Okay.
So we took it to heart. We took it to heart, man. And once again, the seniors, man, we had a great group of seniors. And so once Knowshon scored that first touchdown, man, it was like, and he told us after that first touchdown, I want y'all to be so fired up, man, that y'all get a penalty. He was like, all right. And I was a freshman, so I'm just like,
okay, I'm
just thinking we gonna get hype or whatever. But I'm standing there, and he scores, and everybody starts running, and somebody was like, "Hey, come on, go!" I was like, all right. And so it just started that chain, that momentum. And once we went out there, it was like this feeling of freedom. Like we knew we couldn't turn back. We knew we had to win. The only guy that didn't go, and Coach Richt literally just told me this at the event that I was just at.
Yeah.
Said the only guy that didn't go was Donnell Ellerby. And he was like, Donnell, what you doing? Why are you out there with your teammate? He was like, nah, Coach, I done got in too much trouble. So Donnell was yeah, man.
He said, I done had too much trouble.
Yeah,
I don't need any more trouble.
House with you. Yeah, I'm good. I'm standing right here.
Even though Coach told him to do it, he said, I ain't
I don't trust it. Yeah.
I'm sure Coach Rick laughed at that.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure that made him laugh. Yeah, that was a moment that we think about that happened. And like I said, I was watching that Florida documentary, and boy, they were pissed off about it.
Where you see the documentary at?
It was on Netflix.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
What's the name of it?
I can't remember the name of it, but they talked about it. I mean, you know, if look, we're sitting here with a dog, so we can't talk about Florida too much.
No, let's talk about the dog. That's what I want to see. Yeah.
But as a football fan, but I'm just talking about as a whole. Like I ain't saying don't watch it, but I'm just saying as a football fan, it's interesting to see how they won their championships and the mentality. They even get into Cam Newton and his short stint at Florida and how he ended up being sent away from Florida or why he left. Yeah, it's pretty good.
All right, I want to take it here, man. So we're big Georgia Bulldogs fans,
for sure.
You know, for a good reason. But we also, you know, like Tech when they're doing good. You know, so I was hoping that he's not, but me and Trey, like we was hoping that when they play this year, that both of them in the top 10. Take the meet his part. So we don't know.
Yeah.
My question to you is, real quick, just quick answer. What was the highest y'all were ever ranked? Do you remember?
Number 2.
Number 2. Okay.
Yeah.
So how did y'all lose to Tech, man?
Man,
can you explain, man?
So that game, man, it was like one of those things where one thing led to another. Like one guy didn't take, and at that time they were running that stupid wing T or whatever.
We could not stop that. I remember that.
So triple option. Yeah,
felt like
but you was supposed to stop it, man.
Felt like y'all were playing against Tucker.
Not me. So it's one of those things like, and they knew just how to scheme you, right? Like I could take that sweep away, but then you got the gap that's open up the middle with a fullback or with their wing guy or whatever. So it's like literally everybody has to do their job, or else that thing will bust wide open. So that's what happened a lot of times on those plays. Is like one guy either missed the tackle or
to this day we still have problems with it as a defense.
Yeah, because it requires extreme discipline, and that discipline goes back to the leadership. And that's what I said. We didn't have the best leadership that we needed across the board to win games like that, you know. And so we had the talent once again. But not everybody, you know, with that talent spent that extra time in the film room and different things like that, which you see a lot of at the college level and things like that. So I'll say, man, that Tech game was one of the most frustrating ones because we should have won. We really should have won it. But it was, like I said, if you go back and watch the film, it was this person missed he was supposed to have a dive on this play. He didn't get the dive. So he missed the dive, and so maybe we made the tackle on the sweep, but they coming back to that dive play. And then that dive play with Jonathan Dwyer was what led to a touchdown. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was all those little things adding up. And once you can get out scheme, man, it don't matter how much talent you have. You're going to find yourself out of position.
Yeah.
You're going to find yourself miscommunicating, and then it's going to ultimately lead to you losing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gotcha.
And I think we only lost by like a touchdown in that game, so we literally just ran out of time. But it was like those little mistakes that just added up enough for us to lose, man.
Was that the year I was number 2?
Yeah, that was the year we was number 2, yep. And then the next year, 2009, go watch that film. We were disciplined, we had a little bit better leadership, and we smacked their ass on the same, doing the same thing. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Well,
Man, what you about to say?
no, time going by.
Yeah, time going by, man. Rennie, you got to come back, man.
Yeah.
You got to come back and rock with us. Before we go, before we let you go, is there anything else that you would like to touch on? Any endeavors that you have going on now that you want the people to know about, that people can go and check out, maybe support, participate in? Let the people know.
I appreciate it. Yeah, man. Like I said, I'm working on a lot, man. I've really been able to build a solid brand, and as now a keynote speaker, author, and executive coach. So like I mentioned, man, I've been able to work with some of the top companies from Fidelity, Equitable, Chick-fil-A, Coca-Cola, really helping their organizations to improve their leadership, teamwork, and performance. And then on the coaching side, like I mentioned, anybody listening that is trying to become an author, wants to become a speaker, wants to improve their marketing strategy, their personal brand, or they're going through a career transition, that's what I help a lot of people with now. So I partner with executives, with entrepreneurs, and with companies doing that as well. And then another thing I do that's really dope is I actually started the Sports and Business Network, and that's a network I started after I transitioned that brings athletes and business leaders together to create opportunities for connection, collaboration, and empowerment. So we host events at the Buckhead Club, at the Commerce Club. We'd love to have y'all come by and everything. Maybe y'all can do a show there even, man. But that's been something that's created a lot of opportunities for folks who are looking for jobs, man, who are looking to grow their business and grow their brand. The last thing I will leave for the next show, because that's going to be the biggest of them all, but it is a sports tech startup that I'm building that's really going to change the game, man. So once we get it launched, I want to come back on.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah,
please do.
Sure.
Please do.
So I know my partner, we love to talk. I would love to come talk to some people, man, like some kids or what have you, whatever.
Yeah.
And we'd love to do that. And also, we take that invite of doing a show wherever you need us to go.
Okay.
For sure.
Bet.
Yeah, and listen, now we can't let you go before we do these couple skits. Now
Yeah,
I got the ideas. It won't take long.
Right.
So, what's your leadership style? Is your leadership style loud, or is it just consistent?
It's balanced. I'll say it's more consistent. It's accountability, but respect and admiration at the same time. Accountability, but appreciation at the same time.
Okay, well, look, for these skits, I need you to be loud.
All right,
I need you to be
let's
that
go.
loud middle line, baby.
Okay.
I need you to be that loud.
Y'all don't get scared now.
Oh, no, we won't. Look, I got it all mapped out of my head.
All right.
Hey, well, look, man, Atlanta, like we always tell you guys, we represent Atlanta because Atlanta represents us. It's been so fun kicking it with our guy, Rennie Curran.
Appreciate y'all
Hey,
having me,
remember,
man.
hey, man, listen, remember what I told y'all, man. Dogs support dogs. So all y'all dog fans out there, anything y'all see Rennie doing, any other past dogs, y'all see them doing stuff good in the community, make sure y'all support them, all right? So look, on behalf of myself, Trey, my partner, B. Rich, we got the great Rennie Curran. I got Super
Mario
and Doug. And we can't forget Aaron Whoa Pittman, the Waterboyz Show. We are out.
Kill the camera.